Hi, you can only imagine my complete surprise when I found out that Eliot had written yet more poems. I'm so funny. I was looking at Burbank with a Baedeker, Bleistein with a cigar, because I'd noticed that there was a reference to Hercules, and obviously I've been obsessed with this reference to Sweeney. In my excitement association of Sweeney with Hercules, in my brain at least, I hadn't really thought about the fact that I haven't linked that to an actual real life character yet, because there are usually more than one correspondence. So I thought I'll have a look at this little poem. Won't take you very long. It's so short compared to the Wasteland. I already have 6 pages of notes. So I'm going to do a little introduction. So what I've discovered so far, Burbank with a Baedeker. I don't know how to pronounce that. For people who don't know, a Baedeker is actually like a travel book. It would be like the Lonely Planet guide that we're familiar with. And it's like basically Mr. Baedeker published a whole series of them, very detailed, very interesting book. He took over the publishing firm from a Franz Friedrich Rohling, who was the son of a Protestant pastor, Johann Christoph Rohling, who wrote Journey of a Martian to Earth, a treatise on beekeeping. And whenever I see beekeeping, I always think of Freemasonry, even if it is actually just a book about gardening or beekeeping. And wait for it, he also wrote Sesostris, Pharaoh of Misraim, a story of the primeval world, published in 1796. I couldn't find anything about Baedeker's religion or any other associations, but I'm going to assume that he was also Protestant and linked to this idea of the Protestant Reformation, because there seems to be a thread. The Baedeker family also published a newspaper in Essen. Essen, a verb similar to eat, and the noun food, possibly also relates to ash tree. In Essen, there's an abbey that was built around 852, where there's the Golden Madonna and a candelabra, very famous, I hadn't heard of before today, linked to Matilde II. In 1216, the abbey gained the status of a princely residence when Emperor Friedrich II called Abbess Elizabeth I Princess of the Empire. And I'm just intrigued about the later reference to Princess Volpine. Essen is also famous for Krupp steelwork. What I was intrigued by so far is that these books were so detailed. For example, the one on Egypt has a whole section on hieroglyphics, literally more information than I've been able to find anywhere else on most of the internet so far. I would say they would be very handy books for people who might need to travel regularly for their jobs, although he is credited with kind of invented the idea of tourism because he made it easier. I'm completely ignoring the epigraph for now because he's mixed together references from 5 or 6 different sources, which is so cheeky. The first line is Burbank crossed a little bridge. Seemingly innocuous, but I'll continue.